EA Sports, within the game. Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered. I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it. Oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam. I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Bills are going to recover. Now there's 2 sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully. With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Darius Slay with a pick. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing is Hurts. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Eagles are going to have a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Powering forward. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
No gain on the play there, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Come on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts eluding the pressure right. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 19 yards away. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To try again after the sack. Hurts airing it out deep for Smith. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.